I had a quick journaling session at about 2 a.m. The theme was on the phrase, ask and you shall receive. And I'm not talking godly, asking God or the angels for guidance and things like that. No. I'm talking everyday life within our relationships. This is a good extension of the asking for it leaves, asking for the bare minimum video I did just a short while ago. So if you haven't watched that video yet, that will be a good one to watch next. But I wanted to expand on my journal entry for the ask and you shall receive phrase. Let's first read what came to mind during my session. Ask and you shall receive. A yes, your needs, your desires. A no, in the form of rejection, frustration, blockage, a continued lack of something or something better. Sometimes you get what you deserve. Sometimes you get what you need instead of what you wanted. And that need can be something opposite of what you wanted to get you to see something else or simply what you have attracted. Either way, you have to ask in order to receive exactly what you need from someone else. Or tell them what you need regarding things like space, more of or less of something in various relationships. Wonder and worry while building up frustration and resistance, or ask and find out how it's going to be. No, you won't get a yes to everything you want in life or out of someone, but it won't hurt to ask, and it shouldn't. Sometimes it may feel uncomfortable, but it's more uncomfortable and hurts worse when you suffer in silence. How will anyone else know if you don't speak, ask, tell, show, discuss, act, and then move accordingly? If met with rejection or resistance, see it as a blessing in disguise and open your eyes to another perspective, a bigger picture, or the smaller details that was overlooked. What you may already have that you're being ungrateful for is something else that could be overlooked, or something more important to ask for instead. Or you can be with and around others who respect those needs, those values, or also does similar passions and share common goals and interests and needs as you. Or you can create an alternative for yourself in case of the rejection or resistance. You will receive. You will receive what you asked for or that rejection or whatever, but it's basically up to you to decide if you're going to ask so you can find out what's going to happen after you ask for it. I realized something that I need in general, but more specific to my relationships, I need space. And I don't just mean romantic relationships, even, hanging out with friends, family, whatever. I need time to, recharge and release certain things from that day or from that experience, from that gathering, or just from a lot of things that I've had just building up inside of me. There's been times in romantic relationships or around family members where I was starting to feel like so uncomfortable inside because I needed space to be alone, to do whatever I needed to do, write, read, or just sit there with my own thoughts and feelings and try to, understand them and decipher between, okay, are these mine or are these theirs? Whose thoughts and feelings are these? What am I picking up on? In certain situations where you're feeling a certain type of way, or that you need something, it's gonna help with your mental health, or you need a self-care day, you need a self-care hour, whatever it is that you need is gonna help you not lose your mind, not go insane, those type of things, not go crazy. Just ask for them, because it's going to be worse if you just sit there suffering in silence with, I don't even know how to explain the uncomfortable feeling. It's like the inside is just like please, I need this, please ask for this, I need this, please tell them to move because you need, I don't know. So you get into situations like that, and it's just worse. It's suffering in silence. You can be sitting there looking as calm as ever, but the inside is going insane. And that's what causes a lot of depression, anxiety, people to be just the switch to be flipped in their mind, and people just go crazy. So You don't want to do that when all you have to do is ask. Like, okay, let's use a specific example. I'll use myself, throw myself under the bus. In a romantic relationship, well, I'm the type of person, let's start there. I need, like I said, I need space in general, but more so to be able to read, write, do my videos, or just sit in the dark, sit in the silence with my own thoughts, with my own feelings, and kind of understand why I'm thinking or feeling a certain type of way, or trying to decipher between, are these my thoughts and feelings, or am I picking up on someone else's who is around in my space, or who was just previously around in my space, and now I need to take that time to kind of refresh myself and recharge myself from it. So I need that time. I just need that time. And more specifically with my creativity and all that, that's my way to release things. That's my way of expression. That's the best way I can express myself, is to journal or write a poem, write a song, something like that. If I'm not able to have that space and time to do that, if it's a long period of time that I don't have that time and space to do that, I'm probably gonna straight jacket, like Dolo the Pilot Man be saying about Pisces. I'm gonna probably need a straight jacket. Mentally, probably, not really physically. It could be end up physically as well, but I need that time and space. And there was times that I was uncomfortable to ask my partner for that space, because it's like, I don't want them to feel some type of way, like, why you need space from me, even though that's an obvious thing. Like, just because you're in a relationship with somebody doesn't mean you have to spend every waking second, even when y'all sleep together and everything together. Like, you need space, whether you're in a relationship or not. You need time to yourself. You need time to be able to sit with your own thoughts and things like that. You just need it. So the times that I didn't just simply ask for what I needed, I would just sit there in silence and be building up a lot of frustration, resentment, anger, irritation, all of it towards myself and my partner. Because it's like, your partner is not a mind reader. So let's start there. You can't expect your partner to know what you need of them if you don't tell them, or if you don't ask, because you might be feeling like, well, this person, we in a relationship, they should know me, they should know this already, that I need this. Well, you should have already told them that as well. People aren't going to know things that you don't show. So that's that. You got to show and tell with situations like this. So from there, with all that frustration and resentment building up, then that can cause an argument. So, because now your partner is like wondering why you got an attitude, why you acting a certain way towards them, and you don't want to just say, well, because I need space, and you're in my space right now, because you didn't even ask for the space or anything, so they didn't even know. So that's gonna be an argument in itself, because it's like, okay, well, you could have just asked me, why you ain't gotta sit there and act like that. And then it's like, well, if I asked you, so it's just ask and you shall receive. So once you ask, you've done your part. It's up to them, like, if they want to respect those needs, or if they want to give you rejection and resistance and be like, no, I want to sit, I'm not going to leave, I don't got to leave. If they want to act like that, then it's up to you to decide if you want to stay with them or if you want to leave. But also, you can't always expect to ask something and receive something from others and just never return anything as well. So just as much as you ask for things and things that you may need, and you want them to not meet you with that rejection, the same way goes for when they need something and they ask you something. Are you going to meet them with rejection, or are you going to respect that? If it's a situation where you can just move and go to another space, you can do that. But I understand how that may be sometimes too. I guess there's some spaces that you're able to be in a better flow state in. So it's kind of like, no, I need this space. Can you please just go to another room or something, or go out for a walk for an hour and allow me to have this time and space that I need. But if you're able to go to another room yourself, or you go take that walk or whatever, then just do that instead to avoid that argument. But again, that's going to be up to everyone's own unique situation. And right now, someone's out in the hallway arguing. I don't know, I can't understand like the words that are being said to each other, but it's probably something about where somebody didn't ask for what they needed, and there was some frustration that came about that. So to avoid certain arguments, Just try to ask for what you need respectfully. And if you're met with resistance from it, just try to instead you remove yourself from the situation and find and go to that space you need, or just simply be like, okay, understand that, okay, this connection, this relationship is it's probably not going to work. It's probably not for me. That's what I'm saying. It was probably also a situation where things were asked for and that rejection came. So instead of, like I just said, instead of whoever asked for what simply removing themselves, or just simply calmly coming to terms and accept the fact that this ain't it, they're arguing instead. That ain't none of my business, though. I need to tend to mine. So I wanted to expand on this entry, but I think I'm just going to pretty much do a stream of conscious style journal entry now, just to fill up this page here, maybe front and back. I haven't decided yet, and maybe it's just going to be up to whatever flows out. I'm just going to write whatever comes to mind, and if it's an expansion of this, great. If not, still great. It might be something else that I need to focus on. Or, like I said, there may be something else more important. Something else, a bigger picture or smaller details or something else that may have been overlooked. It is currently 3:03 p.m. So I ended up just filling one page, and I guess you can say it's a continuation, an expansion of my Ask and You Shall Receive entry, but it can also be a standalone entry itself. Argue. Are you sure you have the right idea? Did you get the wrong impression? What triggered the frustration, anger, and aggression? Were needs not met? Were needs asked to be met in the first place? Did you think you knew already what someone else was thinking or feeling? Assuming, making an ass of yourself through unnecessary tension and action. Not acting according to what you need, asked for, or another person's response, but acting off of pure emotion alone. Now everything comes out at once, sounding like bursts of delusion and insanity, not making any sense. No point, only pure destruction in ways that could have been controlled or avoided. I like that. I like both of these. Like I said, as standalone entries and together. I love how when I journal, they always come out poetic. So it could be a poem as well. If I wanted to turn this into a poem, I could do that, or I could leave it as is and it could still be a poem without me doing anything to it. I really like that. Again, I wasn't actively trying to write a poetic type of piece or anything. I was literally just writing whatever came to mind. And even down here at the part where I said, now everything comes out at once, sounding like bursts of delusion and insanity. Once I was getting ready to write that, like it came in my mind before it came out, me writing it. And I was already in my head thinking, like, I don't know why delusion wanted to come out. But there are cases where you get into arguments and you let everything come out as once. This is something that I've done a lot as well too, because I let a lot build up before I explode. And it's like once you're just yelling and letting everything out, you have all this emotion pouring out, and you could be yelling in anger or crying as well. And it's like nobody understands what you're saying, or you're like bringing up things from all over the place, like whatever triggered you in that moment, whatever triggered you yesterday, whatever triggered you last week, last year, whatever, all of that is coming together at once and coming out. So it's almost like it doesn't even make sense, because it's like, hold on, what are we pinpointing here? Where's the starting point? Where are we coming to a conclusion? Like, what is all this leading to? Where is all this coming from? That's how it sounds. So I guess that's why I said it comes out in bursts of delusion and insanity, because it's like you going crazy, you ain't making no sense, you sounding all over the place, you bringing up all type of things, but it's just all coming out in a burst of emotion. There's no logic to it. You're not thinking straight or logically or anything like that. And again, it could have been because you have assumed something, or you didn't ask for something, or you did and you didn't act and move accordingly to that. And a situation like the argument that just happened in the hallway occurs. So I think that's where I'm gonna end my journaling session at today. I'm probably gonna read and reflect more on this. That was a session. Today has been a day so far. Don't be out here arguing with nobody today. Not like that. Have a productive discussion or something, but not an argument like that.